Hot damn, that was a race. That might have been one of the best races I've ever seen in NASCAR, and I've seen a lot of them. Denny Hamlin beating Juan Pablo Montoya. But the way those guys, all those guys were racing, the last 100 miles, fantastic. We talked to Denny after the race. He beat Juan Pablo by about 10 lengths. Asked him about Watkins Glen. The drivers all say these double file restarts are making things happen on the racetrack. Really happened today. He says going down into turn 1 next Sunday at Watkins Glen, it's going to be a barn burner. You want to be either out front of everybody or way behind, because he says there's going to be a lot of crashes there. There were a lot of crashes today too. Guys just running the heck out of each other, running into each other, teammate versus teammate. There was no fair game out there. I mean, if you were on the racetrack, you had a target on your back, no matter whose guy you were with. It was pretty amazing to watch. First 2 hours of the race, it was a 4-hour race. Denny was so strong, he just dominated things and got really boring, actually. And then people started using different strategies on pit road. Sometimes they'd pit, sometimes they wouldn't. Some took 2, some took 4 tires, some took just a little bit of gas. Things got really confusing for everybody, drivers included. Down at the end, about 30 miles to go, 30 laps to go, Denny, after dominating the race, found himself back in 14th spot, 13 guys ahead of him, and he was frustrated. Mike Ford and Scrooge really had to talk him up. He started knocking him out of the way, literally. I think David Reutemann might have a few words to say to him when they get to Watkins Glen. They were just pushing and shoving and beating and banging, and I think, who got into Montoya? Somebody got into Montoya. Oh, Casey Kane, that's right. Or was it Montoya got into Casey, and then Casey got into Juan Montoya? They had some words after the race. Couldn't quite tell if they were angry or congratulating each other on not crashing and wiping out half the field. They were right up there at the front. Restart with about 10 laps to go. Hey, it was wide open, wide open. Casey knocked Juan Pablo up into the marbles. Juan Pablo hung on, managed to rally, got back up to Denny Hamlin's rear bumper. And Denny Hamlin wasn't even the leader on the restart. That was Clint Bowyer. Clint Bowyer gambled on no stops at the end. Got the lead. Couldn't quite hold on to it. Finished third. Could run for Richard Childress. Denny Hamlin charged up to second with about 5 laps to go. Montoya was right there. 1, 2, 3. Clint Bowyer. Denny Hamlin. Montoya. Hamlin gets around Bowyer. Montoya gets around Bowyer. And then Denny breaks away. Wins by about 10 lengths. But the race itself, the 80,000 fans who showed up to watch this, they got their money's worth. They should be buying tickets right now for next year's race at Pocono. Pocono, of all places. This is a gas mileage race, a boring race. You know how it goes. Long stretches of green. Hey, not today. NASCAR hit a home run. And the promoters at Michigan and Watkins Glen and Bristol and those places can't sell tickets off whatever out there today, Monday at Pocono. They'll never sell tickets. NASCAR at its finest. Mike Mulhern from MikeMulhern.net. Denny Hamlin winning Pocono.